it doesn't even make, I don't even know how we calculate our money.
No
mistakes, no prisoners.
I don't think there is a way. I think that's like the point. I think like countries just print their money.
No, there's a. I guess I think it. Wow, I got fucking lit up.
They're hurting. Send them home.
Oh boy.
There's actually it's some fucking retardedly complex process in how like money is created. Which I think they made it complex just so people don't try to follow it, so people don't realize, hey, it's not made of fucking anything. So. I mean, end of the day, I guess, not much difference between Bitcoin and real money, because they're both fucking fake.
That's the point. Like, it's just
they both have no value, right?
It's right there, by the way.
Fucking, I get that kill.
I shot him like a motherfucker. Blah, 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 blah. Bro, I think I think I should have taken my LSD over the summer, but I think I might take it very soon and then potentially quit my job or like quit my job and then take it. I don't know. Cause it's gonna map out. It's gonna like give me a different perspective on my life. It'll definitely like let me know which path to choose. I think if I give it some good thought.
You think so?
Yeah. I think so, bro. It solved a lot of deep questions that like I either couldn't face like sober or like didn't want to or just suppressed. I don't know. Like makes you think.
Has it benefited you in the long run though? Like.
Yeah, I think so, bro.
Have
like
those,
have
those revelations or whatever you want to call them lasted?
Yes and no. Like, okay, like I still naturally get annoyed by my mother sometimes, and by like.
You naturally get what?
Annoyed by my mom and like her antics. She's just kind of, like illogical. Like, I just think she's illogical sometimes. That shit like bothersome, but like. At the same time, I think ever since the trip, I've been like way better about it and like way more acknowledging that like my time with my mother is a limited thing and like you gotta like you only have like even the basically the limited experiences with those people.
Yeah.
Like it really like hammered that shit in and it kind of gave me like her perspective. I remember I thought I was such a bad person while I was on LSD, bro.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, bro. You think you think I saw myself?
But when you were thinking, were you like punishing yourself while thinking that, or
no?
Was
I was just. Like, it was just like
you were just noticing it.
Yeah, exactly. You were like just becoming aware of it. You're like, wow, I didn't know. I gotta try you. You're like, fuck, I didn't think of it like that ever.
10 seconds.
And a lot of the communication is like non-verbal shit. It's weird, dude. Like, because it's so sometimes the thinking is abstract. Like the the communication you have with your brain is even abstract. But like the meaning behind it would be something like that. Like you can kind of like it's so weird, bro. You just don't think normally. But you are yourself on LSD, so that's what's interesting about that definition.
You are yourself.
I like the.
How do you think? Like, how do you think it works that you're thinking differently, but at the same time you're
You know how you
yourself to
smoke weed,
yourself.
you kind of unlock like that creativity side or like a different perspective sometimes. It's like a very more extreme version of that, I would say. Plus, because it has, since it wipes the way that you think, like it wipes the pathways that are reinforced in your brain, it allows you to completely think in a different way.
Well, no, that works. Is like it's weird, right? Because your pathways, like the way we think of habits and everything, we think of them as like it kind of ingrains it into your mind, right? And that's the easiest way. But if you can take LSD and you're like completely thinking differently, maybe like the way we think of habits is wrong.
But I think
Because it's not like it's not like like LSD changes the physical structure of your brain.
I think it does. I think it suppresses the part of your brain that
Well,
makes you
chemically,
forced to think.
yes.
But I think because it creates these new pathways, your brain now has a different path. It like unlocks a different.
Maybe a
perspective.
habit is like the chemical composition of your brain. Maybe when you form a habit, like there's a certain chemical mixture.
I think it is. I think it's like the way that I see it is the way you ever seen the visualization of how like weed tolerance works? And how it's a lock-in key
No.
mechanism in your brain. So you smoke weed and then this chemical gets released and then the locks are locked by the keys. Like these are just the keys and the locks have been there all along. So I think it's like the same thing. I think well when you get a tolerance, these locks because like they become worn out and there's like caps on them and then like and that takes more THC to like go there. So I think it just kind of resets the locks on all of them, on everything. I think it resets like your tolerance and shit, bro. Like, okay, yo, that was part of it too, bro. I had no weed, like I didn't have a weed craving after. Like, I didn't have withdrawal symptoms. It completely negated that. And I've read that
Yeah,
you
I've
can
heard
get
that
rid of
it's,
like cigarette addiction with it.
Yeah, it was
I think.
No, yeah, it was Jordan Peterson said that. He said there was a study that found people who had psilocybin like treatment and they had a mystical experience. That was the key factor. If you took it and had like a no experience, you just took it, you got high or whatever. But if you had a mystical experience, 80% of those people stopped smoking like cold turkey just like that.
Yeah, because it resets your reward center, I think, in your brain. It resets your addictions, which would make sense why it affects your habits, bro. Because those are like the hardest habits, right?
It's also found now that psilocybin treatment is 4 times more effective than any antidepressant that is on the market right now.
Oh, 100%, bro.
Yeah,
dude.
Now they actually have like a clinical study though.
The high after like these psychedelics is retarded, bro. Like you feel great for days. You're in such a great mood. I think, bro, no wonder these Silicon Valley guys microdose this shit, bro. I think it's just to like, I think it's just to like to be machines.
Say
bro.
like for days after you feel like that.
Yeah, for days. Well, because it resets your brain, you just feel like you have no patterns. You feel amazing, dude. There's no habits unless except for like what you want to do and you should do. You even feel like your social habits disappear. The way you interact with society and socialize. So part of that is kind of negative, I guess, if you think about it, because humans have developed that to know how to communicate with each other or to know how to act around each other. But it completely hacks that, bro. And you're like the days after, bro. Like I didn't feel scared to have conversations about mundane, random shit with like family members that I probably wouldn't have before. Like I remember like right after, dude. I remember like seeing my grandpa and like he was looking at like a Canadian Tire flyer. And like because
you saw him in what?
He was just sitting at the kitchen table looking at a Canadian Tire flyer, and I would hit him with I would just like start talking to him about like random shit, like what's on sale, and like we just had like a great conversation, connected. like about this on Canadian, like about what was on sale at Canadian Tire. But like normally I wouldn't have those conversations just because of, like
Yeah,
habit,
no,
you
yeah, I
know?
feel that. I feel that.
But bro, after L, I was completely down to connect with everybody. I was just, you know, I was like, bro, that's the meaning of life.
It's a different vibe, bro. Different vibe.
This is I love you, bro.
3 up, 3 down. Keep going.
Yeah, man.
Bro, maybe they should start administering that in schools, bro.
No, I think that's like that's what the hippies wanted, right? When it first started.
Is it?
Yeah, that's why they were making. Dude, the people who make LSD
We're not dead
are
yet,
usually
are we,
like
lads?
super diehard for like the like they go even though it's illegal. Like these are usually like non-criminal people,
Right, move your arse.
and they do it for like their belief of bettering humanity, and that's why they make so much of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's like museums. There's a museum that has like a couple million tabs inside the museum. They're just kind of like the art that he printed on the tabs is on display in the museums, and that's like what the like all the different pictures and stuff they'd put on.
Bro. The world ever falls apart. We going to that museum.
Yeah, actually the FBI busted him and like confiscated all that shit. But
Why would they confiscate it?
I don't think they wanted. Isn't it interesting though that the CIA used this drug, and like at McGill they had the whole that what was that project called where they brainwashed these poor women?
Oh, project, fucking, bleh, I don't know. I don't remember.
Forget that round. On to the next.
Pizzagate. Fuck.
It was called
Let's do this.
Fuck, man, I know the name too. It's like,
yeah, this is making me upset. I don't know. MK Ultra.
yeah, MK Ultra. There we go.
Yeah. MK Ultra was an LSD experiment. But, like they did it on like a weird extreme. Like they put people in isolation tanks. See how that can like give you psychosis.
That's the way. On to the next round.
Especially if the people who are taking the substance aren't aware of what they're taking. It'd be so scary. You would literally think that you're losing your mind, especially in like the 50s where you didn't have like access to the internet or like a knowledge base of the stuff.
Yeah, you didn't know what the fuck was going on.
I can definitely see how it would be so scary. Cause you had to do, like I had to do research before I took it to like just know what the effects would be and what to expect.
2 wins down. Keep up the pressure.
How to handle shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How to handle like anxiety and like calm
You
your
don't want to
thinking
go
and
in
shit.
willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Almost at it. One more round, chaps.
This fucking behemoth.
The firewall. This is sick. Shoot him on the right side. Hit him with the throwing knife. Oh, no way he hit me in the head.
Put it behind you. We got work to do. One round for the win.
There's Jay Hill,
Make it
guys,
happen.
communicating with us, bro. He's a nice guy.
So keep your head up. Get your money up, not your funny up.
They've had enough for one day.
Look at Jay Hill. Take care, Jay Hill. You have a fantastic life.
He said invite you. Wow, this is a deep combo. Invite me when you get a TED Talk, bro.